Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Charlie's Colorform City. Now, Charlie's Colorform City is apparently a preschool show where a kid named Charlie and his friends such as Violet, Red, Miss Weather, and MacGuffin make like movies and also teach kids stuff such as shapes, sizes, and colors. And apparently, I want to do an iceberg about this because, first of all, you guys really enjoyed the last iceberg video, giving me over 323 views, if I'm not mistaken. And second, you also have given me lots of support on my water slides video with over 1,000 views. And thirdly, Gavin really wanted me to do this since this is his favorite show, which I'm going to mention about later in this iceberg video. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's get started. Netflix. The most obvious fact about Charlie's Colorform City is that it aired and was created by Netflix, apparently one of the most popular TV apps to date. And also, apparently, Storybots and Number Blocks, the show that I mentioned last iceberg, also airs on Netflix. So, isn't that convenient? Making movies. Okay, so apparently Charlie loves to do on the show is to obviously make movies. This is seen in every single episode of Charlie's Colorform City, and that kind of makes me wonder. Kids that are 5 years old, when they watch this show, like in 2019 to like 2022, do you think that Charlie's Colorform City actually inspired them to become movie makers when they grow up? Now that's a pretty cool idea if you ask me. Puzzles. Throughout Charlie's Colorform City episodes, we apparently see Charlie solving clues and puzzles to ridiculous situations. From an episode that I watched for this iceberg, known as Dinosaurs, apparently Charlie decided to rebuild the Rainbow Bridge that collapsed and even solved the mystery to what egg was actually MacGuffin and what was the other egg about. But there's plenty more puzzles throughout Charlie's Colorform City. It's obviously to stay educational and stuff. Puns. So apparently throughout the show, Charlie and his friends like to say exactly 10 different puns, or probably even more, which I'm just theorizing here. And apparently that is actually pretty good. I mean, it's good to have a punny show once in a while. Eh? Transformations. So throughout Charlie's Colorform City, apparently Charlie makes some different colors on his body when he feels different emotions. He turns blue when he feels sad, he turns yellow when he feels happy, he turns purple when he feels frustrated and angry, and he turns multicolored when he's super happy. So I have to say, that is pretty cool. MacGuffin. Okay, so apparently MacGuffin is Charlie's unicorn sidekick who is very playful at times, such as wanting to play hide and seek with Charlie. And apparently she kind of gets up to a few misunderstandings and craziness, such as spawning a baby dinosaur in the dinosaur episode. But she is also a great character and might actually be one of my favorite characters actually of the show, even though I only watched one episode. Jacob Soley. Apparently, Charlie's voice actor in Charlie's Colorform City is a kid named Jacob Soley. And apparently he's been playing as Charlie for exactly 6 seasons. And to be honest with you, he's pretty cool. So go check him out. Violet and Red. Violet and Red are the names of Charlie's best friends that appear mostly throughout the show. Apparently, I don't really know that much about them since I only seen one episode of Charlie's Colorform City, but they rock. Miss Weather. Miss Weather is apparently one of the main characters of Charlie's Colorforms, always giving Charlie specific costumes for what movies he's trying to make. But talking of Miss Weather, we're going to be seeing her a lot in this Iceberg later on, so hopefully you guys stick around for that. Angela Santomuro. Angela Santomuro is apparently the creator of Charlie's Colorform City, and as well as many other popular pre-K slash kindergarten shows, such as Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood and Blue's Clues. And talking of those shows, they're going to come also in just a few seconds. Well, at least Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, not Blue's Clues. Gags. Okay, so throughout the show, there have been lots of gags, such as the puns and the problems that I mentioned earlier, and also some of the transformations of Charlie as well, and always getting out of a crazy climax. And I have to say, a show like that is actually pretty Sigma. Comparisons. Now, this could be more like an opinion to some of you, but I kind of think that Charlie's Colorform City is a lot like some shows and games. For example, it's a lot like Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, with Charlie's voice sounding a lot like Daniel. And it's also similar to Mickey's Mouse Clubhouse, where apparently Charlie says to the camera something like a question and waits for you to answer it. That's really what Mickey does in the show. And to be even more clear, the show often kind of looks like a Lego, and Charlie kind of resembles a Lego person somehow. And I'm not trying to give the show offense or anything, but that's actually pretty cool, if you know what I mean. Based on Colorforms. So apparently, Charlie's Colorform City by Netflix is actually based on the 1950s Colorforms toys. You know, this could be great for level 1, but since it's kind of more obscure and less known than the Netflix one, that's why it's very down on this list. YouTube channel. So, I'm not referring to Netflix Junior or anything, but there's actually a full YouTube channel of Charlie's Colorform City available on YouTube. Apparently, it only shows clips and compilations, but it's a pretty cool channel that you should probably check out. The reason why it's low on this Iceberg is that it's just not really known. I mean, I didn't even know about this for a little bit. Gaming with Gavin. So, Gaming with Gavin is a YouTuber that is known for doing plushies shows with his plushies. And one of those plushies that he uses mostly is Charlie. And also, Charlie's Colorform City is his favorite cartoon, so I do recommend you check him out. He's a really good friend of mine. And he also does lots of gaming videos, so hope you like him. ChatGPT. Okay, so we all know that the ChatGPT is striking civilization as we know it. And apparently, it is known for doing lots of different art images on many different cartoons. One of them was Charlie's Colorform City, and obviously, it didn't really do a good job. On one image, it shows Charlie racing with Mario and Wolfu in Mario Kart on the Rainbow Road, and another one shows he and Miss Weather talking, and Miss Weather saying a certain something, which is also part of the next tier right after this one. Homemade intros. So on YouTube, you can find many different people making their own intros of Charlie's Colorform City, which are obviously parodies of the original Charlie's Colorform City intro, but it is pretty cool, so I do recommend you check it out if you have the time. Charlie's Imagination. So apparently, the entire show, Charlie's Colorform City, is actually just Charlie's imagination and him creating the show inside of an endless dark void. So pretty much, it's trying to have friends in a pretty dark, endless, liminal labyrinth. Now, why is this on level 2 instead of level 3, which this could be perfect for level 3? Well, I think this theory is way more known than the theories coming up in level 3, but eventually there's going to be a more darker position of this theory in level 3, so stay tuned if you dare. Cat dog appearance. Okay, that's not real. TV show version of Playing with Toys. One of the most obscure facts about the development of Charlie's Colorform City is that the show's entire storytelling structure was designed to mimic how kids physically play with the vintage toy Colorforms, not just visually, but narratively and psychologically. When the series was being developed, creator Angela Santomuro, which we previously talked about, deliberately built the episodes so they follow the same steps kids take when playing with Colorforms pieces. 1. Start with an empty space. In the show, Charlie begins in a mostly blank black background. 2. Add shapes to create the world. Characters, buildings, and vehicles appear as he sticks shapes into place. 3. Change the story on the fly. If something goes wrong, Charlie simply rearranges or adds shapes, just like kids rearrange pieces during play. 4. Finish the story and reset. The world can disappear and be rebuilt for the next adventure. This design choice means the show isn't just inspired by the toy, it literally simulates the creative process of playing with it. Most toy-based shows adapt characters or settings, like dolls or action figures, but this series instead adapts the creative behavior of the toy. The city is built piece by piece using sticky shapes. The narrative is intentionally flexible and improvisational. Let me know how to say that word. Problems are solved by adding or rearranging shapes, reflecting the toy's peel and stick mechanic. So the obscure development fact is that the storytelling format itself was engineered to mirror how kids manipulate Colorform's pieces, making the show essentially a televised version of the toy's play pattern. Charlie is a god. Okay, so if you remember down level 2, I talked about how the entire universe is controlled by Charlie's imagination. This is kind of more of a further, darker version of the theory, saying that Charlie is essentially the creator of his own universe, like a god. And apparently, even some other fans might even say that without Charlie's imagination, the world disappears. Charlie is dead. Okay, so before I start this theory, I want to say I'm very sorry to every kid that's watching this Iceberg right now and is crying right now. You don't have to believe in this theory. This is just a theory that I thought of, which is inspired by the imagination theory from earlier. Okay, so apparently my theory is about that Charlie passed away when he was little, and that the black screen, the black background behind Charlie at the beginning of every episode is actually him in the afterlife, the great beyond, heaven. And apparently MacGuffin, which is Charlie's best unicorn friend, is actually representing Charlie's dog. If Charlie thought that if she died, she'd become a unicorn, a talking unicorn. And apparently, Red and Violet are apparently Charlie's good friends from elementary school before he died. And apparently, Miss Weather is apparently another one of Charlie's friends from the elementary school who is pretty good with art and stuff. So yeah, this is a pretty sad theory, and obviously also pretty traumatizing. So I'm gonna end this Iceberg here, and let's start the outro, shall we? Oh my gosh, guys, that Iceberg was depressing. A lot more depressing than the previous one, so hopefully this is worth it. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like on this video, and make sure to subscribe for more top 5s, icebergs, and many other stuff. And I'm sorry that I haven't posted for a long time. I'm just starting to become a little bit more addicted to like video games and stuff. But I'm still trying my best to post whatever I can on this channel. So hopefully you guys enjoy. And make sure to check out Gary and Gavin's channel. And also, speaking of him, I want to say to you, Gavin, I'm very sorry. I just want to add that final theory as part of the iceberg, just to make it spooky. And I am very sorry to you and to everyone else that's a kid that watched this iceberg. Go ahead, dislike this video if you want. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hit that like button and subscribe. And make sure to turn on notifications so you won't miss another video that I post on my channel. So, I gotta go. Enjoy this outro.